welcome back to Crystal-izeDiYs. It's getting colder outside, which means that fall time is approaching. And you know, my stomach's got the rumblies for a nice French galette. Not the Gillette, I'm talking about galettes. A low sugar treat that is usually filled with fruits or berries in the center of a crust. And instead of putting it in your typical pie tin, you just fold the edges of the crust into the middle and then boom, you're done. You got a galette. But I have a little confession to make. I've never made one of these, and I have quite a terrible reputation with baking. That leads me to introducing you to a new segment that I call Crystal Tries DIYs, where I take you along with me on my first time DIY tries. Not everybody is gonna know how to perfectly execute on the first try. I just want you to know that it's okay to fail and try again. That's adulthood, baby. No matter how sucky you think you are at something, Jesus still loves you. So why not? Why not face our fears? Today, I want to attempt to mend my love-hate relationship with baking because I love baked goods. Who doesn't love baked goods? But baked goods hate me. So I've decided that this is something worth fighting for. And what's cooler than making your own low-sugar, delicious treats and saving money while doing it? Nothing. Except for my mom. She's a cool guardian person. And she's also the one who gave me the recipe in the first place. I should probably text my mom. You too should text your cool guardian person of choice because it's easy, they're cool, and they probably miss you. So, but here's my attempt at making a blueberry galette. Make sure to like and subscribe to Crystal-izeDiYs. I don't know if you can tell, but I like rhymes. And you know, stick around if you want to see how it all goes down. So without further ado, let's get started and give this DIY pie a try. So first things first, I'm gonna start off with making the crust, which is 4 simple ingredients: flour, salt, butter, water, and a secret 5th item, which is an egg, for later. So I measured out 1 1/4 cups of flour, half a teaspoon of salt, 1/2 cup of solid butter cut into cubes. Then we're gonna mix all those ingredients together and add 3+ tablespoons of water to get a nice, you know, squishy consistency. My initial choice of mixer was a blender. The recipe calls for a food processor, but I don't really have a food processor. I thought they were like the same thing. As you can see, these measly blades are not gonna cut it if you're picking up what I'm putting down. So I decided to use God's gift and give it a good quality mix so that I can make a good quality dough ball. Only quality dough balls out here. This is a great opportunity to let out all of those minor frustrations. Now we have to flour our surface and get it in a nice flat and round shape. However, my beautiful dough ball child was not as quality as I thought, because when I started to lay it out, it kind of totally fell apart. And I knew that I did not add enough water. And I probably added a little too much flour on my surface. All I had to do was break up the ball and add a few more teaspoons of water until my dough was more soft and malleable, as I wanted in the first place. Once I got it in a flat, a nice and flat circle shape with about a 12-inch diameter, I got a bowl that was 1 or 2 inches smaller to mark where the filling was going to go. I set a timer for 30 minutes and let it chill in the fridge while I got to making the blueberry filling. So just from eyeballing the mark that I made, I decided to use 1 box of blueberries. Once they were all washed and dried, all I had to do was add 1 tablespoon of lemon juice, 2 tablespoons of cornstarch, add a pinch of salt, and then mix it all around until they were all evenly coated. At the 10-minute mark from our 30-minute countdown, I preheated the oven to 375 degrees, and then I questioned why my dog sits the way that he does while I waited.
Why do you sit like this?
Once the oven was preheated, I got out my crust, spooned the filling into the center, folded the crust over with a spatula because I kind of forgot to flour my surface after I messed up the dough and I already put it, but whoops. Oh my gosh, what are you gonna do? What are you gonna do? I gently molded my galette into a lovely pentagonal shape, but you know, it can be any polygon of your choice. You know, I won't judge you. I won't judge you if you like hexagons a little more. I then popped it in the oven for 30 minutes, took it out, and cringed. I cringed pretty hard at the pastiness of the crust. And I realized that I forgot about the egg for later. But you know, all I had to do was beat the egg, slap some on top, and bake it for 5 more minutes. I think that egg really saved it. It really saved it. I had my doubts. My galette ended up looking a lot more appetizing than I expected. And I learned a valuable lesson. I learned that ice cream just makes everything, it just makes everything better. I still tried it. It tasted good without it too. It's a success in my books. Rated success in my books. You know, if I could do that, then you definitely can too. Thanks for watching, and I hope to catch you on the next one.